Everyone, welcome to channel Qtomation. In today's tutorial, we will see about the looping statements that is while, do while and for loop. We will also see about the jumping statements that is break and continue. In last tutorial, we have seen about the conditional statements, right? And in today we will focus on looping or iteration. They are also known as iteration statements and the jumping statements. So looping statement includes while, do while loop, for loop, and for loop also has two different flavors, that is for in loop and for off loop. Now for in and for off are used for objects and arrays. Right, so objects and arrays we will see in coming lectures. So in those lectures we will cover for in and for off loop. In today's lecture we will focus on while, do while, for, and jumping statement, that is break and continue. So let's first understand what is the need of looping statements. So looping statements are mainly used whenever we face some scenarios in which we have to repeat some statements multiple times. So sometimes we have to repeat some code statement, let's say for n number of times. Like sometimes we know the condition that until and unless that condition matches, we have to keep repeating those statements multiple times. So for such scenarios, we have to use looping statements. Now let's see practically what is the problem and how we can solve this such problem by using looping statement. So for example, let's say I have to print console.log. Let's say I have to print one statement, that is hello world. So I have just created this demo.js file. Now I am just running this file, right? So it printed hello world one time, right? Now let's take a scenario. So suppose I want to print hello world 10 times, right? So I have to write this same line 10 times, correct? Similarly, I can write this 10 times, and if I run this file, then it will print hello world for me as many times I have printed here, right? But what if I have to print the hello world, let's say 100 of times or 500 of times? So practically it is not possible, or it is not recommended to write the same line multiple times here, correct? So in such scenarios, we have to use looping statements where we have to repeat the same line multiple times, repeat the same statement multiple times, right? Now let's see how we can perform the same action, that is printing hello world 10 times by using looping statement. So in looping statement there are mainly three types of looping statements. While loop is there, do while is there, for loop is there. And in for loop there is for in and for off loop as well. Now let's first start with while loop. Now while loop, by using while loop, we can loop through a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. So this is how the syntax of while loop. So we have to use the keyword, that is while, and within the parenthesis we mention the condition here. And until and unless that condition is true, so as long as that condition is true, the code which is mentioned in this block, that will keep getting executed as long as this condition is true, right? So we know how to make this condition false, right? So by using increment or decrement operator, we can make the condition false, and that at that point the loop will stop, correct? And in any looping statement, basically there are three important things. First one is initialization, next is condition, and next is increment or decrement of that specific number, or you can say a variable. These three things are very important in any looping statement. So if we forget to increase the variable used in condition, the loop will never end and it will go to the infinite loop, right? So I will just show you. Let's first check how we can solve that console.log hello world, typing multiple times, executing multiple times by using while loop. Now here I am going to just simply use while keyword. While, before that I have to define one variable, right? So suppose I want to print hello world 10 times, so I will just going to define one variable. Let's say let I is equal to 1. Next thing is I will write while loop. So syntax for that is I have written the keyword while, in bracket I have to mention the condition. So how many times I have to print the hello world, that is 10 times. That is I have to loop the same statement 10 times. So in condition I will mention So in condition I will mention while I is less than or equal to 10, right? And then curly brackets. If the code statement is only one statement, then that these curly braces are optional. If the code statement is more than one statement, then we have to put these curly braces, right? So now I have to just print console.log hello world, right? So we have initialized the variable here. So I is equal to 1, we have initialized one variable, then we use that variable in the condition here. So we have placed the condition here. So as soon as this condition is true, it will keep executing the code whichever mentioned in this block, right? Now let's see what happens if I execute this code. I'm just saving the file, going to the terminal, and let's execute this file. Node demo.js. Now you can see here it is going into the infinite loop. It is keep executing the hello world. You can see here, right? So it is not stopping because it went to the infinite loop. Now I am just stopping the execution here. Why it went to the infinite loop? So basically we have initialized the variable here. We are checking the condition here. So here I value is 1. Now we are checking whether I is less than equal to 10. Now 1 is less than equal to 10. Then it is true, right? It returns the true value. And that's why we enter in this block of code. So it got executed. Now once it got executed, it will again check whether I is less than equal to 10. Now value of I is still 1 here. So 1 is still less than equal to 10. So it is again going into this code. Now again we are checking whether I is less than equal to 10. Now this time also I value is 1, right? So it keep going on in the loops, right? So that's why it's going on infinite loop, because we haven't incremented or decremented this operator, right? So at some point I have to stop this condition, right? So I have to make this condition false. That's why we have to always remember, we have to always I is equal to I plus 1. So we are increasing the variable value I by 1 here, right? So after every iteration this I will get be increased by 1 value. Now let's see what happens. So same statement I can write like this way as well. So it is equivalent to I plus equal to 1, or we can simply write this as a I plus plus as well, right? I'm just saving the file. Now let's execute one more time. I'm just opening the terminal. Node demo.js. See, this time it will execute only 10 times, right? If you see here, let me just make it little bit visible. Yeah, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So it printed our hello world 10 times only this time, because let's see how it went into the flow. So first value of I is equal to 1, right? Then we are checking the condition whether 1 is less than equal to 10. It is true. Then we are entering here and we are printing the hello world on the terminal. Now we are using I plus plus here. That increases the value of I by 1. So now value of I becomes 2 here, right? So I is equal to I plus 1. Now we are again going back and checking the condition. So is 2 less than equal to 10? That is also true. We are again entering into this code and it will print the hello world. Now again it will increase the value of I by 1. Now this time it will make the value of I 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. Now we will again go back and check the condition here whether 3 is less than equal to 10. This is also true. Similarly, it will keep going on loop until this value becomes 10. Now let's see what will happen when it's 10, right? So I becomes 10. It will check whether 10 is less than equal to 10. That is also true because 10 is equal to 10, and it will iterate this hello world. It will print the hello world. Now I plus plus. So it will again increase the value of I by 1. Now I will become 11, right? And when we are checking the condition that time, so 11 is not less than equal to 10, and this condition will become false this time, and we will come out of this loop, and it will come out of this loop and it will stop the execution. That's why this time it printed only the hello world 10 times, right? So this is how while loop works. Now let's see one more example. Now in the next example I want to print Now I am just saving this file and I am just creating one more new file. Let's name it as while demo.js. So I have created one file while demo.js. Now let's see. I want to print 1 to 10 numbers, right? Let's see how we can do by using while loop. Now first important thing is we have to initialize one variable. Now let's initialize, let I is equal to 1. Now let's use the while keyword, while I is less than equal to 10. So we have to print 10 numbers, right? So that's why I am using while I is less than equal to 10. And here I can simply print console.log, let's say I. So I am printing the value of I here, right? So we have to print 1 to 10. So value of I will be 1. Then we will enter in this code, that is I is less than equal to 10. So 1 is less than equal to 10 and it will print console.log value of I, that is 1, right? And next step is we have to increment. So we have to increment the value of I by 1. So I can simply write I plus plus. So it will increment the value of I by 1 and it will check again in the condition. So 2 will be less than equal to 10. Similarly, it will keep iterating until and unless the value of I becomes 11. So once it becomes the 11, in that case this condition will become false and we will come out of the while loop. Right, now let's save this file and run and check what it executes. Right, node, file name is while demo.js. You can see here, right? So it printed the value of 1 2 3 4 up to the 10 point, right? So this is how while loop works. So this is how we can print. So for example, I have to print 1 to 50, right? So what I will have to do, I will have to do simply change the condition here, right? So I can simply put, instead of 10 I can simply put 50 here. Let's save this file and let's run this file again. See, this time it can print the value from 1 to the 50, right? So this is how while loop works. Now let's see one more example of while loop. Now I want to print, let's say I'm just commenting this, or let's say I'm just removing this code. Now I have to print the even numbers between 1 to 50, right? So I want to print even numbers from 1 to 20. Let's say 20, right? So what will be the initialized value here? So first even number, that is 2, right? So I have to define let I is equal to 2, that is the initialization. Then I will simply use while I is less than or equal to 20, opening curly brackets, console.log, let's say I, right? And here we know that even number, so basically what are the even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, these are the even numbers. So there is gap of value 1, right? So I have to increase the value by 1. I have to increase the value of I by 2 basically, right? So if 2 is my initial even number, then what is the next even number to 2? That is 4. So that is increased by value 2, right? So this time I have to increase the value of I by 2 value, right? So I is equal to I plus 2, right? So I can write this as well, I is equal to I plus 2, or it is similar to I plus equal to 2. So both are same statements. So you can use any type of any type of statement. I plus is equal to 2. So it will increase the value of I by 2. Now let's save this file and let's run this time. See, you can see here it printed all the even numbers lying between 2 to 20, right? 2, 4, 6, 8 up to 20. So this is how while loop basically works, right? Now let's see one more example. Now I am just removing this. One more example where I want to print 10 to 1 in descending order. 10 to 1 in descending order. That is, I want to print 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 up to the 1 value. How we can do that? So here I will initialize the variable starting from 10. Let's see, right? So I am just initializing the variable I is equal to 10. Then I will simply use while I is greater than or equal to 1 in bracket console.log. Let's print I. Right, so here we have initialized the value of I as 10 and we are checking whether that 10 is greater than or equal to 1. Right, in first iteration it will be 10, so it will print the value of 10 here. Right, so as soon as that iteration completes, we have to decrease the value here. Right, so I will just place I is equal to I minus 1, or we can simply write the same statement as I minus minus. Right, so here we are decreasing the value of I by 1, so that in the next iteration the value of I will become 9, and 9 is greater than or equal to 1, so 9 is greater than 1, so this condition will become true and we will print the value of 9 here. After that it will again reduce the value of I by 1, so this time I will become 8. Similarly it will keep iterating the loop until and unless the value of I becomes 0. So let's say when value of I becomes 0, so 0 is not greater than or equal to 1, so this condition will become false and we will come out of the loop. Right, so until then it will keep printing the value of I in descending order. Now let's see, let's save this file and run this file. You can see here, right? So it printed the value of I by 10, 9, 8, 7, whatever we want to achieve, right? So this is how the while loop we can use by increment or decrement operator as per the purpose, right? So this is how the while loop works. Now let's move to the next statement, that is do while loop. Now while loop and do while loop, right? So do while loop is a variant of the while loop only. So this loop will execute the code block once and before checking the condition is true, then it will repeat the loop as long as the condition is true, right? So this is how the syntax looks. So basically in while loop we have to use the keyword do, then we have to create the code block which needs to be executed, and after that we have to check the condition. So here we have to understand one thing, in while loop we are checking the condition first, and if that condition is true then we are executing the block of code. But in case of do while loop, we are at least once we are directly executing the code. So if you see here do, and after that we are executing the code block without checking the condition first, and then we are checking the condition. That means the whatever code block mentioned in the do block, that will be executed at least one time, and then we are checking the condition. So if the condition becomes true, then we will again iterate the same code until this condition become false. So only difference between while and do while is that in while loop we are checking the condition first. So there is possibility that if the condition becomes false at the starting point in the while loop, then that code of block might not get executed. But in do while block, that block will get executed at least once. So one time that will get executed, and if next time that condition become false, then it will not execute or it will come out of the block code, right? So now let's see one example of do while loop. Now I'm going to create one new file here. Let's name it as do while demo.js. Now I am taking the same example. Let's say I have to print 1 to 10, right? So I want to print the values of 1 to 10 by using do while loop. Now we have to simply use do. Before that we have to initialize the variable, right? So I have to initialize the variable, let I is equal to 1. Then we have to use do. Here we can simply print console.log value of I. And then next thing is we have to increment that operator, right? Similar to while loop. So I'm just incrementing the value of I. And after this statement we have to mention the condition as well. So we have to mention while I less than equal to 10 and semicolon here. I is less than equal to 10. So it will, so how it will flow? So first I value will become 1 and it will execute this do whatever we have mentioned in the do block, right? So it will execute the value of I. So that will print 1 here on the terminal. And then we are increasing the value of I by 1. So I will become 2 now, right? And after that we are checking the condition whether 2 is less than equal to 10. Now this condition is true. Then we are again going back to the this statement of code. So it will again execute console.log I, that will again print the value of 2 here. And then we are increasing the value of I by 1. So it will make the value of I as 3. Now we are again checking the condition whether 3 is less than equal to 10. This condition becomes true. Then it will keep iterating. So until this condition is true, it will keep iterating and keep incrementing the value of I. So when the I value becomes 11, that time the condition will become false and we will come out of the loop. Right, now let's save this file and execute. Let's name it as node do while demo.js. We can see here it printed the value from 1 to 10. So this is how do while works. So only difference between while and do while is that in do while loop the code block will get executed at least once and then we will be checking the condition, whereas in while block, if you see here in while block, we are first checking the condition and then we are executing the code block. So if the condition, so for example, if the condition become false in the first time only for while loop, then this code of block will not get executed. But in do while loop, the code of block will get executed at least once because we are checking the condition after the execution first time, right? So that is the difference between do while and while loop. Now let's see one more example of do while loop. Let's say I want to print the value from 10 to 1 in descending order. 10 to 1 in descending order. So what we have to do? So initially we have to initialize the variable. So here, say similar to the while loop, I will initialize the variable by 10. Let I is equal to 10. Then we are printing the value of I, that is console.log I. It will print the value of 10. And we have to this time decrement the variable value, right? So we have to decrement it by 1, right? And we have to change the condition. So it will become 9. So while we have to mention that it should be greater than or equal to 1, right? So we have to keep iterating until the value becomes less than 0, less than 1, right? So whenever it becomes 0, this condition will become false and we will come out of the loop, right? So let's execute this file. See, it printed the value from 10 to 1. So this is how the do while loop works. So it is similar to the while loop. The only difference is in do while the code of block will get executed at least once, right? So this is how the difference between do while. So this is how the difference between while versus do while. If you see the flow chart, so this is the flow chart of while loop. So we will start the flow, we will check the condition. If the condition becomes true, then we perform the task whatever mentioned in the block of code, and it will again check for the condition after increment or decrement. And until and unless that condition is true, it will keep iterating in this loop, and whenever that condition becomes false, the loop will end. Whereas in do while loop, we have to do first execute the block whichever mentioned in the do while loop, that will get executed at least once, and after that we will be checking the condition. And if that condition is true, we will again iterate the same loop until and unless that condition become false. So whenever that condition become false, that loop will be ended here and we will come out of the loop. So this is how the while and do while loop works, right? Now let's see, there is one more loop, that is for looping statement. So far we have seen that basically we have initialized the, so we have to do 3 steps. So first we have initialized, then we are checking the condition here, and we are also incrementing or decrementing the variable value, right? In so basically this is how we use these 3 steps in 3 different steps in do while or while loop. But there is one more loop, that is for loop statement. So for loop statement iterates the elements for the fixed number of time, and it should be used if number of iteration is known. So if we know that we have to the uh, iterate the loop for 50 times, then we can use simply for loop. So main benefit of for loop is that we can initialization, condition checking, and increment or decrement that we can do in single statement only. If you see here, so this is the syntax. So we have to use keyword for, then in parenthesis we have to mention the initialization, we are checking the condition as well as increment or decrement step, right? So all the three steps are mentioned in one statement only, and the code which needs to be iterated, the statement that we have to place in the curly brackets, right? So initialization is executed one time. So how the for loop works, so let's see simply how the flow works. So basically, let's say, so this is how we use the for loop. So here I have initialized the variable, right? So let I is equal to 1. That means it is the first step. So it will basically, let me show you. So this is the first step, right? So at first step, we will initialize the variable that will become let I is equal to 1. After that, in second step, we will check the condition whether I is less than equal to 10, whether this is the second step. So we will check the condition. If this condition is true, then we will come to the statement part, then it will execute the statements, right? So it will execute the block of code that is mentioned in the this block, right? So it will execute the statement, and after that it will increment or decrement the value. If we have to increment, then we can put I plus plus here. So it will increment or decrement the value, and it will again check the condition. So this is the fifth step. On fifth step, it will check the condition. If the condition is still true, it will again execute the statement. After execution of statement, it will again increment or decrement the value. After the increment, it will again check the condition. Similarly, it will keep iterating in the loop until and unless the value, if this condition become false. So until and unless this condition become false. So when this condition become false, we will come out of the loop. So this is how basically for loop works, right? Now let's see one practical example by using for loop. How we can do, let's say same example, I want to print value of 1 to 10 by using for loop. Right, now let's go in the Visual Studio. I'm just going to create one new file here, going to name it as for loop demo.js. Right, so now I want to print value of 1 to 10 numbers. So I want to print 1 to 10 on the terminal, right? Print 1 to 10 by using for loop. How we can write that? So first thing is let we have to for keyword use for. Now we have to initialize the value here, right? So for let I is equal to 1, this is initialization. Then we have to put the condition here. So my condition is I is less than equal to 10, because we have to print up to the 10, right? So condition will be I is less than equal to 10. And third step is we have to use increment, right? So I am going to increase the value by 1. So I can simply put I is equal to I plus 1, that is also fine. Or we can simply put I is equal to I plus 1, or we can simply write I plus plus as well, right? After that, curly brackets, and we can mention console.log value of I, right? So here we don't have to mention increment here, because we have mentioned all the three steps, basically initialization, condition, and increment in the for in parentheses here only, in one within one statement only. Now simply save this file and let's run this file. Demo for loop demo.js. Sorry, this is node, not demo. Node for loop demo.js. See, it printed the value of 1 to 10. So how it works? So basically, first let's check the flow. So let I is equal to 1. Now value of I is 1 here. After that, we are check the condition. So we check the condition whether I is less than equal to 1, that is 1 is less than equal to 10, that is true. So we will execute this statement that will print 1 here. correct? So that will print 1 initially. After that we will again increment the operator, so I plus plus, it will make the value of I as 2. After that we will check the condition again, whether 2 is less than equal to 10, true, so this condition becomes true, then we will again execute this. So this time it will print 2 here. Now it will again increase the value of I by 1. Now I will become 3. Then we will check the condition, whether 3 is less than equal to 10, that will be true. So we will again execute this statement and it will print 3 here. Similarly, it will keep on iterating until the value becomes 10 here. Now what will happen when I is equal to 10? So when it's equal to 10, it will again print the 10 value, and it will increment the value by 1, right? So 10 will become 11. It will check the condition whether 11 is less than equal to 10, that is false, right? So that as soon as this condition becomes false, we will exit the loop here. So it will break the loop and it will print up to the 10 only, right? So this is how basically for loop works. Now let's see one more example of for loop, in which let's see we have to print even numbers, right? So let's take example, print even numbers from, let's say, 2 to 50, right? So I have to print even numbers starting from 2 to 50. So how we can simply use by for loop? So here I have to change the for let I is equal to, initialize the variable from 2, right? And here I will just change up to 50, I have to check, right? So I will just make condition that I should be less than equal to 50. And here we know that difference between two even number is of 2. So here I have to use increment the value of I after every iteration by 2 here, right? So I plus is equal to 2. I have to mention I plus is equal to 2, that is similarly, that is same as I is equal to I plus 2. We can mention like this as well, right? So it will print the value of I. Now let's save this file and run this file. We can see here, right? So it printed the value from 2 to 50, all the even numbers, right? So 2 to 50. So this is how we can use the for loop, right? So this is how we can use the for loop. Now let's see one more example where I want to print 10 to 1 in descending order, right? So 10 to 1 in descending order. So what changes we will have to make? So we have to initialize the variable by 10. Now this time we have to decrease the value. So I am using to initialize as I as 10. Now 10 next will be condition. My condition will be, we have to keep iterating until it is greater than, let's say, 1, greater than or equal to 1. So until and unless it becomes 0, the condition will be true, right? So whenever this will become 0, at that time we will come out of the loop, and we have to, next is increment or decrement. So here we have to decrement, right? So we have to decrement the value by 1. Now let's simply, so how it will flow? So basically I value is 10, then it will check the condition whether 10 is greater than or equal to 1. So this is true, then it will execute the value of 10, right? So it will print the value of 10. After that we will decrement the value by 1. So I minus minus will make the value of 10 by 9, right? So now I is 9. We will check the condition whether 9 is greater than or equal to 1, that is also true. So it will again execute the value, that is 9. Similarly it will keep executing until the value becomes 0, right? So let's execute the file. See, here it printed the value, right? So it printed the value from 10 to 1, correct? So this is how the for loop is used, right? So this is how the for loop is used, right? Now this is about the looping statement, right? Apart from looping statement, now let's see what are the jumping statement, right? So we have basically in last tutorial, when we see the when we saw the switch, so basically why jumping statements are used. So there are two main type of jumping statement, that is break or continue. So break statement is used to jump out of the loop. So if we use the break statement, it will come out of the loop immediately, right? So it will come out of the loop immediately. So in one of the previous tutorial we use switch case, right? And in that, as soon as the condition becomes satisfied in that switch case, we use the keyword break. So as soon as the condition becomes true, we use the keyword break that makes it come out of the that loop immediately without checking the further condition. So that is the purpose of break statement. Similarly, continue statement is also used. So continue statement breaks one iteration in the loop. So if you want to skip some iteration, so for example for specific value, if you want to skip that iteration, we can use the continue keyword. So if that specified condition occurs in that loop, then it will skip that specific iteration and it will go to the increment or decrement. It will go to the next iteration. It will directly go to the next iteration by skipping that specific condition. Now let's see practically where we can understand in much better way. So I am going to create one more file. Let's say jumping demo .js. Right. So here I am just printing 1 to 10. So I am just going to use one small for loop which will print the value from 1 to 10. So I'm just using the for loop here. For I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to 10, and I plus plus. Within curly brackets I can simply print console.log, let's say I, semicolon, saving the file. Let's run this file one time. Sorry, so we have not used the node keyword, so syntax is node jumping demo.js. Right, so it printed the value from 1 to 10. So this loop is printing my values from 1 to 10. Now let's see how we can use the break statement here. So my scenario is, as soon as the value of I becomes 5, as soon as the value of I becomes 5, I want to come out of the loop immediately. So I don't want to go for the further condition, that is 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So as soon as the value of I becomes 5, I want to come out of the loop. So how we can do that? So for that we can simply use if condition. So I want to come out of the loop when I want to come out of the loop. So whenever if value of I is equal to 5, I can again simply use curly brackets, or if you are simply using the break statement, that this is not compulsory. So if I is equal to 5, I am just simply using the break keyword. Right, I'm just saving the file. So what will happen here? So let's execute this file. Before that, let me clear the console. Right, now let's save this file and execute this file. So what is happening here? So see, for I is equal to 1, so as soon as if the value of I will become 5, we will come out of the loop immediately. It will not go to the next statement here. Now let's run this file and see. See, it printed the value up to 4 only. Now why it printed that? Like, so for example, let's see the flow. So at first I becomes 1. Now if I is equal to 5, this condition is false, so we will not enter in this block of code, right? So it will, if I is equal to 1, it will print value of I, correct? Then it will increment the value of I by 1. Now I becomes 2. Is 2 less than equal to 10? This is also true. Is I is equal to 5, so I is not 2 yet, right? So it will not again check this block. It will simply print the value of 2 here. Similarly, it will print value of 3, it will print value of 4. But when my value becomes 4 here, then I will increment the value of I by 1. Now this time it becomes 5. Now value of I is 5. Is 5 less than equal to 10? Yes, true. And we will enter in here, right? So my value of I is equal to 5. Now we are comparing. If I is equal to 5, as soon as this condition matches, if I is equal to 5, we are using the break keyword. So it knows that as soon as this condition matches, we have used break here. That's why it will come immediately at this point out of the loop, and it will not go to the console.log I. So it will not print the value of 5 or any other further looping condition. So it will immediately come out of the loop. It will break the loop, right? So as soon as the value of I becomes 5, it will break the loop. That's why it printed only values up to 4 points only, 4 only, correct? Now I'm just changing the value here, right? So let's say if I is equal to 7, now what will happen this time? It will keep iterating the loop until the values are 6, right? So as soon as the value will become 7, we will come out of the loop immediately. Now let's save this file and run again. See, it printed the value up to 6 only. So as soon as the value of I becomes 7 in the same loop, it will break the loop basically. It will come immediately out of the loop. So this is the main purpose of break loop. So break is the jumping statement is used for specific condition. If we want to come or if we want to exit of the loop, then we can use the break statement here. Now let's see example of continue. Now continue statement, right? So I'm again going to use the same for loop. Let's say for I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to 10, I plus plus, and simply using console.log I. So this loop will execute, it will print the value of 1 to 10 on my terminal. Now let's run this file again. See, it is printing the value of 1 to 10. Now let's take a scenario where if the value of I becomes 5, if the value of I becomes 5, I don't want to print the value of that 5, right? So as soon as the value of becomes 5, so basically I want to skip the value of 5. Then how we can do that? So by using continue statement we can do that. I want to skip the value of 5 and go to the next iteration, that is I want to print the remaining values, that is 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, but without printing the value of 5. So I just for specific condition, that is for value of 5, I don't want to print that value on my terminal. So I just want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, after that directly 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So similarly I want to skip some specific condition here. So by using continue, so again I will use if I is equal to 5, then we can simply use continue semicolon. Now what will happen here? So as soon as I becomes 1, the flow will start, right? So I is equal to 1. Now I is equal to 1, that's why it will not enter in these two statements. So it will not check this statement. If I is equal to 1, it is printing the value of I, that will print 1 here, right? Next it will again increase the value of I by 1. Now I will become 2. Is 2 is less than equal to 10, that is true, but 2 is not equal to 5 yet, right? So this will not check this two statement. It will directly print the value of 2 here. Similarly it will print the value of 3, it will print the value of 4, it will print the value, but as soon as it will become 5, so when I plus plus become 5, so after printing 4, so if we print 4 here, then we will check I plus plus, then it will make the value of I is equal to 5. Is 5 is less than equal to 10? True. Then we will check if I is equal to 5. Now I is equal to 5 is true this time, right? So I value is 5. Then it will execute the continue. So what it will do, it will not go to the next statement. So it will not going to print the I, it will not going to print the value of I, that is 5. It will directly skip and it will directly again increase the value of by 1. So it will basically skip that iteration and it will increase the value of I. It will directly go to the increment. So value of I, as soon as it becomes 5, it will go to the continue and it will continue. Basically it will increase the value of I one more time. So I will become 6 this time. Now 6 is less than equal to 10. Yes, true. So it will not check this time, right? So I is equal to 6. So that's why it will print my value of 6 here. Similarly, it will print 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now let's run this file once more time. We can see here, right? So as soon as we run the file, we are just getting the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that directly 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So it's not printing the value of I. That means as soon as the value of I becomes 5, we use continue. That's why it skipped that specific iteration. It did not executed this statement if the value of I is equal to 5. That's why it printed up, it skipped the value of 5 and printed the remaining values here, right? Now I'm just going to modify this as a bit, right? So if I want to, now I want to skip the value of, let's say 7 and 9 as well. So if my value is 5, if my value of I is 5, 7 or 9, let's say 5, 7 or 9, I don't want to perform the iteration on that, right? So I want to skip those iterations. So how we can do that? So I'm just going to change this condition a bit. So if I is equal to 5, I'm going to use logical or. If I is equal to 5 or I is equal to 7 or I is equal to 9. So now we are checking whether whenever value of I becomes 5, 7 or 9, we will be using continue here. So that will skip the value of 5, 7 and 9 in that case. So as soon as the value of I becomes 5, 7 or 9, it will directly go to the next iteration. It will increase the value of I by 1 and it will not perform the iteration for 5, 7 and 9 value. Now let's save this file and run this file. We can see here, right? So it skipped the value of 5, 7 and 9 here. So it's printing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 and 10 only. So whenever the value of I becomes 5, so or condition is used whenever value of I becomes 5, 7 or 9, the continue will get executed. And what continue will do, it will directly reach to the increment operator. So it will directly increment that value of I and it will not print that I value whenever the value of I becomes 5, 7 or 9. Right. So this is how it continue statement is used to skip the specific condition iteration. Right. So difference between break and continue is that break will immediately exit the loop as soon as that condition matches and it will not perform further conditions as well. So break will basically break the loop and it will come out of the loop, whereas the continue will skip the execution only for that specific condition, but it will move to the next iteration directly, right? So that is the basic difference between break and continue statement. So this is how the jumping statement works. So this is for that's it for this tutorial, guys. In the next tutorial we will see about the functions in JavaScript. Thank you for watching.